Hey gang, this is Soumil here on a beautiful Friday afternoon. The weather is so beautiful outside. I just came out, and normally what I do is when I go out on a trail or when I go walking, I either load my podcasts or I carry a book with me. And today I'm actually carrying the book of the month that we have at Radio Caravan Book Club. So this is the book of the month for March, and I was reading through it and I just loved it. I mean, I am in love affair with literature, with books, the right kind of books. And the reason why I think I'm so stimulated, my mind gets stimulated so much by reading some of the books, some of the categories of books, is because you know what, sometimes we all have blind spots. Not sometimes, every single one of us has blind spots, and books are a very unalarming way of throwing some light on the blind spots. If somebody comes up to you and say, you know what, hey, you have bad breath, then you might be taken aback, saying, how can they be so brazen, how can they be so in my face about it? They could have been a little more subtle by offering a mint or something. Books are like that. Books are a very non-intrusive way of gaining a perspective, gaining a point of view. It opens up new dimensions, and it literally has opened up. I mean, I am in love affair with books because I believe that all of us are lifelong learners. Just because we're done with school doesn't mean our education stops. Learning is a lifelong process, and in 21st century the way we learn is not just in the four walls of a school or a class. Actually, a lot of learning happens by observing, by deliberately instigating the process of learning outside of the structured learning that we were taught in schools. And Book of the Month Club is one such thing, because then all the members of the Book of the Month Club are reading a book. They will be discussing the book and what they got out of the book towards the end of the month. I think on 29th is when Aparna had scheduled a call, so everybody can call into the studio at 214-817-3333 and give their perspective. Because a good author tells you what the story that he wants to narrate. A great author leaves the dot on a piece of paper, and then every single one of us will connect the dots based on the experiences that we have gathered and based on what the author is alluding us to. They will never make a point very conclusively. They will lay out the story, they lay out the narrative, and let us come to our own conclusion. Book of the Month actually does that. What it does, it helps you expand your perspective, because you might be reading a book from a certain perspective of, let's say, a housewife with two teenagers at home, and another person who might be another caller, he might be a teenager himself or herself on the call, saying, you know what, I loved the story of Mutt. I mean, I have a dog who's just like Mutt. Well, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you really have to get into the book. But anyways, so what I'm saying is that reading expands your horizons. It expands your knowledge base like nothing else that I have seen does. That's the reason why, in fact, a lot of the books have been converted into movies, because the experience is so narrative, so rich, and so meaningful to be able to relate to a huge amount of population. And that's why so many books have been made into movies. And if you see the reviews of the movies and match it with the reviews of the book, a lot of people will say the movie didn't do justice, because there was a lot more leverage that a book has, that an author has with a book, as opposed to a director has with a script. And just incredible what Book of the Month Club does to you. I highly encourage you guys to join Book of the Month Club. This is Book of the Month for March, and like I said, I mean, I am definitely looking forward to more Book of the Month, the subsequent months, the Book of the Months that are coming out in April, May, June, and going forward. And thank you, Aparna, for doing this. Thank you, Radio Caravan, for doing this, because you know what, this is how we move the community forward. Caravan has two characteristics, right? It's a group of people who have something in common. So that's Caravan, right? A group of people. If it's nothing in common, then it's just a mob, a group of people. And the second characteristic of Caravan is moving in a direction. So that's the reason why we say Radio Caravan, moving the community forward. And this is one such way. There's another way of going about doing that exact same thing. So with that, I just want to give it up. This is Soumil signing out from the trails of Plano. It's a beautiful day outside. Look, it's about 3:45, 4 p.m. right now on a Friday afternoon, and instead of going to the gym, I might even go to the gym, but I said, you know what, it's beautiful outside. We just came out of this cold spell that we were marred with for months and months and months, and I'm just enjoying the outdoors. It's beautiful outside, and well, this is Soumil signing out from the trails of Plano. Peace out.